the hour, so I'm going to go live. And it looks like we are live, so I am going to say hello everyone and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. Today there is no Mrs. Sick because, as you can tell from my highly professionally done poorly lass sign on her head, she is a poorly lass. She what did you get? Tonsillitis. She's got the tonsillitis. She's quite susceptible to it. So she's not feeling too cracking today. She's been very, very hot to the touch. It happens. She's basically fine. She is in the background, which is why I didn't replace her with a rock. But, you know, she's not feeling too cracking. My dad really cares about me. He's been practicing social distancing for 20 years now. God damn. I got a tattoo of my face on my face, slightly to the left. I just stand outside 3D movies to freak people out. Nice, nice. Never get to on a live stream for this channel. Well, you're in for what's the opposite of a treat? Like pain and suffering and pointlessness. Everything that, you know, my channel represents. And someone's been playing, just finished my Final Fantasy VII stream for the day. Is this something that you just, like, have you been doing it for literal years? Just through Final Fantasy VII over and over again? Like you've got some sort of curse? Or I mean, it's a good game. I love that game. One of my favorite games ever. But I'm not sure I'd be super jazzed about being forced to stream it every single day. That would take the shine off to some degree. Hey, I caught a live. Yeah, I mean, my live streams are a bit like a disease. You do catch it. You don't tune in or whatever. You just it just happens to you. If you play Mickey, I was gonna say Mickey Nama. Fucking hell, I can't even say it wrong. If you played that person's songs backwards, you can hear satanic messages. Even worse, if you played them forward, you hear Nicki Minaj. Oh, that's brutal. Everything you love, you should consume in moderation, except whiskey. Moderation is all of it, right? That's how that works. Good evening, Benji. How you doing? I'm trying to work my way through Far Cry 6. Not bad, but not nearly as entertaining as the previous games. I mean, unless, of course, you've never played the previous games, where it's the same game. That's not fair. That's not fair. It's got Gus in it. Completely different. What's my favorite whiskey? All of it. You just get the whiskey and then you stick it in my face. I can tell you what kinds of whiskey I don't like. And there are some. I know. I'm just being facetious when I say all of it. I don't like peaty whiskey because if I wanted to drink TCP, I'd drink fucking TCP. And I can't drink, what do you fucking call it? Jameson's, yeah, Irish whiskey. I don't know if it's other Irish whiskies would have that effect, or yeah, just Jameson. Everybody's playing shit at the moment. Elder Scrolls is one's jam. Someone's still playing Elden Ring. I'm still playing Elden Ring. I've got about 250 hours in it. For someone who feels like they never get enough time to play games, I have played the shit out of that game. I guess if it was good enough, I was going to make fucking time for it. I have been trying to do other stuff, but yeah, that game just kind of is all encompassing. I've done my own playthrough, and then I've been doing an entire one pretty much with Mrs. Sick. Although now we're on, we did about halfway through one, and now we've started with other characters because, you know, she wanted to be a mage, so I wasn't doing all of the goddamn damage. Right, where's my drinks? Oh. Bushmills is the bee. What the fuck is a Bushmills? Oh, is that a type of whiskey? Funnily enough, I also don't know all the kinds of whiskey in the universe. I just keep playing Euphoria. I'm that kind of gamer. I've heard of that. but I wouldn't know what it was off the top of my head. Back when I was a shit, I could have probably. I had this game where I would go into shops and like try to just see the corner of video game case, specifically PlayStation 1 video game cases, and I would be able to tell you what game it was from a tiny portion of it, barring any of the yearly sports franchise, but I could probably tell you that it was part of that franchise. I don't know if that was a good skill or a pointless one. Pretty sure it was pointless, but damn, I did love my PlayStation 1. Blasphemy, how does Cersic not know every whiskey? Look, send them to me and then I'll get to know them. That seems fair. Actually, speaking of, I get asked pretty regularly if people can send me whiskey, and I don't have a. Oh, pardon me. I don't have a fucking PO box because obviously I don't want to give you my address and have you all sending fucking, I don't know, hand drawn nudes to me or some shit. So I should probably do that at some point. Like, it's always seemed so fucking expensive. But if I knew that there was going to be a decent amount of stuff, aka a decent amount of whiskey, then it would be worth doing. Mm. The only other way I can do it is I had something sent to a shop, but then I had to like not fake my own credentials, but I had to draw up my own pay slip in order to collect it, which was quite annoying. Someone sent me a PS4 many moons ago now. Got a lot of use out of it as well. It's fucking really cool thing for someone to just send me, but they just had a second one, so they weren't going to use it. So my benefit is their loss or some shit. I don't know. JD is a means to an end, and it's cheap round our way. Well, the thing about JD is it's not cheap over here, but I imagine that it's probably different. I need some advice. I have the power to destroy the world and get rid of all the humans, but doing so would endanger the precious whiskey supply. What should I do? Drink on it. I mean, if you drink enough of it, that problem solves itself. You need a P.O. Box maritime container, though, not a box. It would be far too small for all the whiskey. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's something that I need to look into. There's many things that as I grow up, I'm not going to grow up. As I grow as a channel, that I really should start truly paying attention to. I'm fucking terrible doing YouTube properly, as it were. But, you know, I should eventually figure that shit out. Not talking about Musk buying Twitter. I don't give a fuck. And I don't really understand why anybody does. If he does, it probably means almost nothing. Like, rich people fucking showing off how rich they are. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I don't fucking care. There's lots of things that I give very little of a shit about. Mostly stuff to do with people who... if you're not a part of my family or not a subject of one of my videos, I don't fucking care. Do you want to make more fun of Barnabas Nagai? By TW, his name is spelt like Barnabash. Okay. Do I want to? I suppose. I mean, it's not about wanting to make fun of something. It's about seeing something so stupid that I am physically obliged to. Someone will often send me a video and it's so fucking ridiculous that I can't not talk about it. There we go. Free speech, my heretic's brother asking for it. I don't think it's got anything to do with free speech, and again, don't care. Strom has lost his privileges as a person who gets to talk on this stream because he won't stop being a creepy stalker fucking weirdo. So, yeah, he is now on permanent hiatus. I have no fucking interest. Only political Twitter cares. The rest are like, okay, whatever. Yeah, basically. That's how I feel about it. I'm like, yeah, I don't trust anybody to. Anybody who acts like a savior is almost certainly not going to be one. Whatever Strom said, it doesn't fucking matter. He's lost his privileges to talking. Um, what is your favorite childhood console? Mine is the Wii. Um, I did really like my SNES, but it would have to be the PlayStation 1. I was big into that system. I had fucking shitloads of games for it because I just constantly, take them to the fucking, oh, pardon me, the what's it shop. Trade-ins. There you go. Fucking hell, words are hard. I'm not going to stop using Twitter for a good source of porn. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the most ridiculous things. I think it was Tumblr was well known for its porn, and obviously fucking OnlyFans, and both of them at some point have gone, "Oh, we're thinking about not doing as much porn," and it's like, but that's what people go to you for. And yeah, I was quite surprised when I found out that porn was quite a not insignificant portion of Twitter. The first time, like just a massive set of tits appeared on my appeared on my feed on Twitter, because mostly I was just, talking shit with people. And then, like I said, just someone liked a picture of boobs and they turned up on my feed. And I almost like pulled my phone down so no one would see what I was looking at. And I went, A, I'm an adult who gives a fuck. And B, I'm just like, okay, those are fine. Ah. What did he say that lost him the privilege to talk? It's not about what he said, it was about his actions as being a creepy stalker fucking weirdo. You say like that, like being a creepy stalker weirdo is a bad thing. It is. I hope you're being sarcastic because, yeah, no. PlayStation. Well, the thing is, okay, I had access to Mega Drives. I had a SNES, but I didn't have it as like the big be and all and end all. I mean, to be fair, my first system was a Game Boy, and it had a 50 game cartridge in it, and I played that thing to fucking death. Uh, you told Mrs. Sick not tonight. I mean, she's sick over there. She's just, poorly. When life gives you melons, you may be dyslexic. My son said something about fake taxis. I have no idea what that Twitter account is about. I mean, I don't know, but when I hear the term fake taxis and we've been talking about porn, I can only imagine that it's some convoluted. She just got onto the taxi and then we paid her $1,000 and she did all the things. It's like, yeah, because that happens. Well, go on.
Whole thing about a Pornhub taxi, and they got told off for filming outside of a school.
Oh, okay. Some sort of Pornhub taxi where they were filming outside of a school, which was very fucking stupid of them. Like, just stay the fuck away from schools when you're doing porn, for fuck's sake. It's not even that difficult a thing to do. I bet there's Cirsic Rule 34 somewhere on the internet. I think there's not enough, but, I might be biased. I need to get a PS2 just so I can play Red Faction and Time Splitters 2. You can play Time Splitters 2 on PC. All you have to do is buy a copy of fucking. Oh, what's it called now? It's not a very good game, but. It's not Red Faction. My brain wants to say Red Faction. It's Homefront. One of the Homefront games has the entirety of Time Splitters 2 effectively remastered in it. And then you can install a mod that gets rid of the shitty Homefront game and gives you the entirety of Time Splitters 2. It's actually fucking awesome. They've even done some bug fixes. Are we terrible people? I mean, I certainly am. I don't know about the other people, but if they're not terrible, they probably shouldn't be here. Mm. What happened to my horse? Burgers. Get a horse called Burgers. Fucking hell. Are there any jobs that haven't been used as fake ex-prawn vehicle? I mean, I can't imagine. What I would like to see is one where like a what is it now? Like someone comes to fix the fridge and then they just fix the fridge. I'd be way into that. It's like, oh, how does that work? Oh, the compressor, it does this. That's really interesting. So, and there's chick in the background, like, trying to get her boobs out. I was like, excuse me, madam. I want to see the man fix the fridge. Thank you very much. That might be a sign that I'm getting old. Yeah. You want to be? Okay, there you go. I sure tried to be terrible. Did you just admit to burying humans? Listen, the body I have is like, I don't know. It's a person that I just happen to inhabit. So they get on with their lives and do their little pathetic Who Man shit. And then the Sir Sick part of me, he lives on the internet. You know, it's a good relationship. There's never been a telemarketer porn. I bet there fucking has. I mean, I don't want you to find it and link it, but it's almost certainly happened. I like the first home front, the second was terrible. I mean, the one that has a free other game that's much better than it in it is not a good game. How many doll hairs? What? Doll hairs? What the fuck? There is porn of everything, literally. I mean, that is the thing. That's what Rule 34 is. If it exists and it's on the internet, there is porn of it. Therefore, fucking everyone talks about telemarketers, then someone. I don't know how a telemarketer porn would play out. Like, hi, sir, we're trying to sell you this thing, or I don't really want to buy it. What if I come to your house and do some sex stuff? Like, I don't know. Mm. So they teach you DIY appliance repair tips instead of the old bonk chicker. I mean, I wouldn't mind knowing. The wonderful thing about the internet is the sheer quantity of shit that you can just end up doing yourself with a bit of confidence and the right tool. The right tool being a hammer in almost every situation. I watch porn backwards. I like to watch people get dressed and leave. I mean, that is my experience. I don't think people should be uncomfortable with the ugly flesh they've been born into, but I also think people should practice common sense. Yeah, people should. There's nothing wrong with being happy in your own body. I just don't want to have to see your freakish form in front of me if I don't want to. Some of that shit is fucking gross. Hi there, thanks for keeping me company during my chores for a whole, well, week. I guess I'm a new fan. You're welcome. I mean, I can't imagine that it made the chores better, but you know, at least you'd have heard some stupid words. So you know, there you go. Can you hear me now? Is what I imagine most of that would be. Or someone just, I don't know. I fucking hate getting any phone call. I don't even like getting phone calls from people that I tolerate, let alone people trying to fucking sell me something. And the less said about people who turn up to my door, the better. Oh, God, oh, fucking mighty. I am getting so goddamn rude when it comes to those people. I just, like, deadpan stare them in the face and go, I'm not fucking interested, and shut the door. Like, I want their day to be slightly worse. And I kind of get that they're just doing a job that they thought was a real job but isn't a real job. And I think I'm doing a good thing by making them go, This is a fucking worthless job. I fucking hate it. And that last guy was a massive arsehole. Maybe I should find a better job. Please do. And don't even get me started on the fucking TV licensing fuckers. I am still waiting for one of those to turn up since I got a bad attitude. Cell phone sex. Can you feel me now? How about now? And now? I came here for all the best stupid words. I mean, they mostly come out of my face. So, you know, they are very bad. I only come here for the recipes. I don't think I've ever done a recipe, but, you know, I do like the food. Food is like one of my favorite things in the universe. So, oh, pardon me. That was gross. I just thought that would be funny. The best answer to a scam phone call was by Daz Games. It's probably funniest 3 minutes phone rant ever. TV licensing. TV licensing is what we have in the UK, and some other countries have it as well. Is when you have to pay if you watch TV, regardless of what that TV is. Basically, if you buy any sort of television set or thing that can accept a TV signal, you get sent a letter shortly after saying, "Oi, you have to pay this fucking." I think it's like it's like 150. Last I checked, it might be much higher now. It was 150 quid a year, a month that you had to pay. So not an insignificant amount of money that you're expected to pay. Was it 150 quid a year or a month? I can't remember for the fucking life of me anymore. For a year, sorry. I mean, it's still too fucking much. Whatever it is, because I don't watch live. They have very specific rules. I've gotten into so many fucking arguments with people that I know about what the rules are. When I've gone and read the rules on purpose to figure out what they are, and they haven't, and then they'll have a go at me, get very mad at me because they've been paying money that they never needed to for fucking years. So obviously it's my fault they did that. And yeah, they get the big sad. So I just, yeah, I'll tell people, you don't have to do it if you don't watch or record live television as it's being broadcast. Which means anything on DVD, anything on Netflix, anything on most streaming services that just you pay for the streaming service are not involved in a TV license. So you don't have to fucking pay for it. And even if it's BBC and it's on one of those services, you don't have to pay the BBC because they've licensed it. That company is paying to have that content on their service. That they have been paid. But yeah, sounds like a scam to me. I see it as a scam. It is effectively a scam. I saw that on the young ones. I thought it was some kind of satire. No, it's real. And it's dumb too, because people... It used to be years back that you'd have the detector vans. They would drive around and they'd have like this big weird looking fucking thing on it. And they say, "Oh, well, you know, I didn't pay my TV license and I watched TV." And they knew. Of course they knew. You didn't have a TV license at that address. And they sent you a letter. Because I don't watch TV and they send me that letter. That means they're fucking lying about it. They have the TV detector fans, which they claim to be able to sense unregistered television sets from the road in front of your house, but they've never been shown to be able to do anything of the sort, because that's not how receiving signals works. At the end of the day, if you have a TV and you stick like, what do you call it now? Fucking coat hanger. You can stick a coat hanger in the back of a telly and it will receive the signal. Because any large metallic object can receive the signal. The TV detector fans are empty. Or they've just got like shit that looks like a computer, but what the fuck would it possibly do? Especially back in the old days. Mm. They changed the system here so that every household has to pay a smaller fee, but no matter if you have a TV or not. I mean, that'd be one thing. I wouldn't be super fucking happy about that. But at the very least, it just means that they're a government funded organization. But they like to pretend that they're not, but they kind of are. And then they have their own fucking, like the TV licensing things go, oh, we have nothing to do with the BBC. It's like you have literally everything to do with the BBC. Don't pretend you're not. It's fucking funded by your sort of bully shithead tactics. Piss off. This is going back to what I was talking about, is the people who work for them, I have basically zero respect for as human beings. And you know how little respect I have for human beings. Less than that. Excuse me. It must be sensible. Nice with these over here. Austria, they recently changed it. You have to pay for every device that either can receive a terrestrial signal or you can stream to. I mean, they might change it to that. I fucking hope no. But who knows what they're going to fucking do. But a lot of people just aren't huge fans of the BBC anymore. So many people who are just watching TV on, not TV, but, you know, watching content on devices that aren't, you know, televisions. There's going to be a point. There's going to be a point at which, if they try that shit, everyone's going to go, no, fuck you, disband the BBC then. We don't fucking want it. I don't know how far they can change the rules in that. Remember the ads from the 90s where some guy had his TV hidden in the cupboard? I remember ads like that. One that stuck out in my mind is that he had a video of a meal being microwaved. That when the guy would turn up and, yes, you're blocked me. Am I blocked? Does anyone see this? Yes? You are totally blocked. I don't mind paying 150 quid for Inside Number 9 Doctor Who and QI. I mean, if you're into it, that's fine. I don't watch those things, so I don't fucking care. And, like, at least half of those, I don't know what Inside Number 9 is, but, both the last two have been on other services that you don't have to have a TV license for. So I would watch it there. They just look to see if you have a TV antenna. No, they don't. They don't. We don't have a TV antenna. There is no way in this house, because I made it that way, for that to happen. But they still send the fucking letters because they don't care. They send it to literally everyone. Which means that they are spending a not insignificant amount of money on effectively harassing people, which I find kind of fucked up. It's not a cool system, and they can go fuck themselves. So again, but yeah, let's move on, shall we? I can't think of any other subjects, but if anyone has anything else that they'd like to talk about, or that they'd like my opinion on, or that might interest me. Inside Number 9, I hope Number 9 gave consent first. I mean, was it Johnny Number 5? I want to see inside that boy. BBC haven't done much good since 15 Stories High and Ideal. I have no idea what either of those shows are, so I have not seen them. I got here late and I'm very confused as to what's happening. We're talking about bullshit mostly, but TV licensing and the fact that over here they try and trick you into paying it. Twitch, I often do. There's these new TV detecting dowsing rods. I mean, I wouldn't hold it above them. Do you play guitar? I do not play guitar. One of my kids has a ukulele, and I'm not very good at it. My brother plays guitar, and he is much, much better at it than me. Wasn't Johnny Number 5 the robot from Robot? Or my fucking Dr. Zoidberg? The robot from Short Circuit. Oh, fucking hell, I cannot words at the moment. Yes, he was. And he was funny. I like that I like that film a lot. I remember watching that and the other one as a kid, and it was just fucking awesome. Because it was cool, because he was a living robot. I thought BBC was a prawn category. My life is a lie. I believe it's both. Let's not forget BritBox, because then they can double dip. I mean, that's very true. They were even trying to present that watching YouTube or Twitch need to pay a license, even though 99%... In fact, no. All of that content has nothing to do with them, apart from the stuff that isn't supposed to be on there, and that gets deleted anyway. Zoidberg and Sir Sick are one and the same. I mean, let's be fair. If I'm anybody from Futurama, I'm entirely metal. I'm an alcoholic. I did used to smoke, and I hate all the humans. I think we know who I am, or at least we know who I'm inspired by, which is important because he sees himself as not a like they very specifically made Bender to be a bad influence, and then people got mad that he was a bad influence, and they were like, he's a fucking robot. What, kids are going to be robots? Okay, if your kid becomes a robot, I think they should be allowed to smoke and whore. And gamble and do all the crimes. Fuck's sake. I remember a story about one of them wearing one of their own T-shirts, and it said "kill all humans," and an old woman, this is one of the writers for Futurama, this old woman said, "Oh, that's a terrible, how could you wear that?" And it's just like, what? Kill all humans. Calm the fuck down, love. At least it's not like picking anyone out. I lost respect for the BBC when they failed to buy ITV Digital, which would then have funded them through football advertising. I mean, I think they're not supposed to do that, but I don't fucking know. Bender was Mexican, though. Who says I'm not Mexican? I can wave. That's what they're known for, right? They are using meter readings to ask if you saw what was on TV and report you to the TV licensing people. What? How does that even fucking work? Like, I watch stuff. Like, my TVs are on most of the day, or at least most of my screens. In fact, most of the screens in my house are connected to some computer or another. Hey, sexy mama, wanna kill all humans? That's how I got Mrs. Sick. She was, like, totally into that. I could eat a human. I mean, who wouldn't? Sorry, I get English and Mexican accents mixed up. We could talk one thing. Creepiest photo I've ever seen is this Copper photo of a 59. Photo of 59. Only one that chills me to the core. What's the creepiest photo? I don't have one. I couldn't tell you one. Like, I'm not someone who's hugely weirded out by things. I mean, I don't know. I spend most of my time anxious anyway because I've got like a disorder, but stuff like that doesn't tend to bother me. Uh-oh, Mrs. Sick is approaching. I can plug you in if you want to be able to talk. No? She wants whiskey. Of course she does. Do you want a drink or do you want... Well, then you'll have to get a glass, because I can't go get you a glass. You can't have it straight out of the bottle. It's mine. Even though it's got a thing on the end that vaguely looks like a baby sucker. I don't have a glass near me. All I have is cans. You'll have to get up. I can't get up. I'm in the middle of doing something unless you want to come and croak at the stream. She'd be like, When you get into the Cirsic character, does the terrible grammar automatically, or do you script it? It comes in way before the character. I do enjoy the bad grammar. I find it funny. Like when people have a go at me, when someone's mad at me because they disagree with me, the "you think you're funny" bit often comes up, and it's like, no, I don't. I don't think I'm particularly funny. I've been called hilarious more than once in my life, especially on this channel, but I don't think of myself as funny. I say things I find funny, which is a different thing entirely. And if other people find it funny, well, that's just fucking great. Mostly, I try to be, ugh. that's the reaction I am aiming for out of people. I want people to hear something I say and get mad that they even remotely found it amusing. That's what I want. What do you consider the best way to cook a human? Fast. Unless you want to hear the screams when it's live, obviously. I saw a photo with humans and it scared the crap out of me. Oh, that must have been horrible. Yes, Mrs. Sick is unwell. She has the coof. Not the big coof, just a standard tonsillitis based coof. My friend has had an abandoned property on his land for 20 years. He still gets TV license. I thought we were going in the creepy direction there. No, it's just like the creepy thing is someone must have been watching TV there because we know for a fact that they can tell. It's terrifying. They aren't fucking liars. I'm not funny, I'm entertaining. I mean, I do consider myself an entertainer more than a comedian because it just makes me cringe to think of it the other way. I don't think I'm funny, but 76,000 other people do. I mean, it's actually more like 100,000, but that's just based on the people who don't subscribe because they hate me so much. That's why if I ask for subscribers, like I will just get a big chunk more. It like yeah. When you have access to the analytics, yeah, it shows that I get about 100,000 plus unique viewers a month, I think, which is nice. Weird. I don't know why, but it happens. In an MMO I play, there is a guild that RPs as scammers. They insist their members speak in terrible broken English. It's quite funny. You think you're funny? I try not to fly in the place of public opinion, Lord Blackadder. Oh, God. Another photo I find scary was one taken at the real Amityville horror house as ghost of child murder victim peering round stairs, also in black and white. Everything in black and white is much, much scarier. Like TV. Fun. I heard of dead people and pets getting those letters. What? As in, what, TV licensing ones? I feel like the bad grammar might spread to me thanks to binging your whole channel in 2 days. The Who-Man killing was a big reason for my staying. Yeah, I think it's part of my appeal. They're like, yeah, we should kill all Who-Mans. Fuck those guys. My nipple is broken, Sir Sick. Oh, God. But Sick, I consider you both an entertainer and funner. Thank you. That's very sweet. Congrats on passing Vice Rhino in subs. You're one of the big boys now. I've always been a big boy. That's why I'm allowed to drink whiskey. I might stop paying and see what they do when my ex doesn't live here. I mean, if you don't watch the TV, they won't do fucking shit. 75k subs, 25k hate viewers. You know what? I like to think I've got hate viewers, but it's not nearly enough. it's only like 2 or 3 people who will instantly dislike one of my videos, which, you know, just like, what are you even doing? No, I always find that weird. I find it weird when people like it straight away or dislike it straight away. I don't mind the commenting thing, because at least then you're trying to get in before everyone else, which makes a certain sense. But I don't know. Watch something. You might not like it. It might be shit. It won't. I'm amazing. But do you need more whiskey, or are you done? Oh no, you've barely had any. Was it bad? Did it hurt? Yeah. She's poorly. Everything causes pain. I fed her delicious food today and she couldn't taste it. She's very sad, because it was one of your favourites, wasn't it? The first part of Wizard of Oz is a horror film, and the rest is a playing story where Scarecrow has a gun. What the fuck? You don't need bravery when you've got a gun. It's only a matter of time until Kent and Matt come with their whackers now. What the fuck? What does with their whackers mean? It sounds like a euphemism for penis. They just stood there and they both got their cocks out and just staring into the screen, and they just go, "God real." Evolution fake. Look, penis. Skyrim is coming out with a board game. Are you a player of adventure board games like Gloomhaven? I am not a player of board games. I do not have the patience for them. My brain dislikes them heavily. I tried playing Monopoly with the missus and the kids, and I went stir fucking crazy. I was climbing up the goddamn walls. I always thought that I was just some sort of terrible sort of Neanderthal for not wanting to play those games. And I realized it's just because I fucking hate them. Show this people who believe in Cersei haters. I mean, true. Guy has been paying for 17 years and is still publishing the letters he's getting on his website. Nice. It's just, and when they're the people who come around your house for the TV licensing thing, they have no power. They are not part of the authority. If you tell them to fuck off, they have to fuck off. That's whackers, right? Whack an atheist. I went straight to penis because obviously, yeah. No, I don't think that they're ever going to cover me on Whack an Atheist, because they're too scared. They're too scared of the truth that I will bring. They make awful arguments against atheist YouTubers for clout. Yes, I've seen. But they'll never be able to beat my awful arguments, which is why they're too scared of me. They don't want to have to compete. They want to be the stupidest person in that conversation. They are never going to beat me for that. What? Yeah, I saw the whiskey fund, and I appreciate it. I took a sip. He knew. Have you ever watched the early 70s movie Harold and Maude? It's a great dark comedy. I've heard of it. I've never actually seen it. 36 kind of board games imply an actual wood board and some stray cats and or humans. Mostly humans, and a nail gun. Monopoly is the worst game ever. I've never won. I mean, I feel like that's more of a you thing. This game is bad. Why? Because I'm bad at it. Get good. Just the problem that I understand with Monopoly is that every motherfucker has house rules, and they all decide not to read the fucking instructions. Apparently, it's a pretty fun game if you follow the rules, but people don't because they're assholes. It's quite hard to whack someone wearing armor and a bucket. I mean, true. I do like my head bucket. It's where I keep the whiskey. Have you ever covered Hoven? I don't recall any, but I'm sure you must have. Twice, at least. And Matt multiple times, because he makes more short form videos. That's what I'm basically into, is shorter, more concise, more Claim rich videos is what I do. Do you really think you can beat Matt Powell in a debate to the dumb? I could beat fucking everybody. I'm the best at being the worst. Don't you ever question me. Ludo is the king of all board games. I can't remember which one Ludo is. But I probably don't care. I'd probably hate that too. This isn't actually a large sum of money, but it looks like it does, and it says 6969, so it's perfect. Nice. Hey, nice. Matt Powell is insufferable. I can imagine that in person he's probably actually quite a lot worse. Womanopoly. Fuck's sake, what? Cluedo. Oh, Cluedo. I know what Cluedo is. God, I've played Cluedo probably like once in my life, and again, I wasn't that into it. I like my video games. I just can't do board games. They're boring, which is hence the name. No house rules allowed in my house. Fun fact: there was originally 2 sets of rules, the ones we know, and a co-op versus bank mode. That, I mean, apart from the fact that it's still a board game, that does sound kind of awesome. Like, fuck the banker. Everybody hates them. The problem with the printed Monopoly rules is they tell you auction properties without giving any rules or even advice how to conduct the auction. The bastards! How dare they make this boring game more I don't fucking know. I wasn't going to say interesting then. That's not the word I was looking for. I don't like it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. New subject. Make a survive how to survive in jail video for hyphen. Well, like my interview tips. I feel like my interview tips would basically apply there as well, at least for him. Playing through Final Fantasy X. I do like that game. Even if it has got some of the weirder moments in it. Those are party games. Gloomhaven is more like Gloomhaven, the haven of glue. What? Mongopoly. What? I just don't want to play any board game. I don't like them. I'm allowed. There's a reason I call them board games. Oh, Mrs. Sick is trying on her Elden Ring shirt that I bought her. Do you like it, dear? Is it nice and big? She likes big clothes. That's why I don't own any clothes. She just owns shitloads of clothes, and I sometimes wear the ones that fit me. She needs to get a big dress. That'll look good on me. I don't want a moo-moo. I'm not that fat. Laughing in Final Fantasy X was awkward on purpose. It was. That doesn't stop it being memey. At Sir Sick games are boring. What? Are you saying that my games are boring? Because there's only like one of them that I'm aware of. It's a platformer that someone made. I couldn't tell you where to get it. I can't fucking remember. You've never played the game of Detroit? No. She likes big clothes and she cannot lie. She does. Good day, Sir Sick. New to the channel. Been enjoying the content. Thank you. Thank you. Bongopoly. Bongopoly. It's where you get all the bongs. I mean, that would make quite a few people quite mad, but then they'd figure out how other ways to make bongs. You can't have a bongopoly because you can make a bong out of almost anything. You can have a fucking taxidermied cat and make a bong out of that. Miss is sick. Get it? Because you're both sick and your miss is. It's clever. She looks unimpressed. So that wasn't funny and I hated it. Sorry. I've been told. Would you play them on a boat? Would you play them with a goat? I wouldn't do no such thing. I mean, I don't like board games as it is, but to play them with a goat would probably be significantly more annoying. Now, Moonopoly, you just own the moon. I mean, I do own the moon. That one guy said that he could say it and own the moon, so now I own the moon because I decided. What? There's a Thursic platform game available somewhere? I need to find it. There is. And again, I couldn't tell you where it was. Someone might have tagged me in it on Twitter or something. I can't fucking remember. It was entertaining, but I hope that the person making it realized this as well. It wasn't like good. It was just amusing. I think you had to pick up bottles of whiskey, but I can't remember rightly. There is a Stonopoly. The board is round, and at the end of your turn, you roll for the cops and move the car backwards around the board. I think you'd just be better off just getting stoned. I feel like that would be a more fun game. Maybe Mrs. Six should have a tonsillectomy. I think they don't do it after a certain age. They just get annoying about it. When I found your channel a month ago, I started watching the videos from beginning, and let's just say they got better in recent years. Fucking yeah. So many of my old videos are just garbage. Whether or not that's just because I was shit and looking for my voice, or that the fucking quality of them is trash. Last couple of years have been the golden age of Sursic. Here's hoping that it lasts a while. Monopolymogamy, the game where you get all the wives. I mean, you could bank them as well. You just take your wives to the bank, put them in the vault. That's where you keep them, because you're a weird twat. I wish I was right now. I wish you were yesterday. I don't what? Sursic Reddit. There is a Sursic Reddit community out there. Someone made it many moons ago, and I said hi on it, and then they didn't do anything with it because I don't promote it. And yeah, the thing is, like, everyone's going, oh, you should come here because that's where I hang out, and oh, you should come here because it's where I hang out. And I was like, I just hang out on Twitter because I can't be fucking asked to be on like 12 different fucking platforms at once. I'm on YouTube. You can come and talk to me here. I have an email. You can talk to me there. And I'm on Twitter because I find Twitter amusing. I like the short form thing that forces people to make smaller, cleverer tweets or statements. So yeah, and that it's a thing. Like, people are very regularly telling me that I should be on Discord, and I'm like, I don't like the format. I don't like this idea of a relatively open room, but that is also semi-private. I like it to either be fully open, that anyone can come along and do whatever, like Twitter, or to have a one-on-one conversation with one person. Anything in between that, I just find weird and off-putting. It's just not my thing. If you like that, that's all power to you, but it's just not my thing. I just learned you were on Twitter just now. Is it because I said the words that I'm on Twitter? I mean, I have an about page, and on that about page is stuff that I'm on. So, it's quite a good way to figure that out. It's like I will often check to see if people that I like have Twitters. Musk bought Twitter. If he buys Reddit and Discord, he can build houses and hotels on them for 10 times the rent. I feel like we're getting mixed up. Downloaded Reddit last week. Regretted my biggest regret of my life. Not even kidding. Well, then you shouldn't have downloaded the entirety of Reddit. I mean, I imagine that's a fucking enormous website. There's a lot of stuff on there. You should have just visited it on like a browser or something. Madness. I know you mean you've got the fucking app, but I don't care. You should come out and hang. You should come hang out on a flat Earth live stream. I troll. It's where humanity goes to die. More than it already died. I don't go on many fucking live streams that I even like. So yeah, Discord is relatively private. That's my issue. I don't like relatively private platforms. I either like conversations to actually be private or to actually be open, and I don't like the grey area. I'm not into that. It's not something that appeals to me. Uh, do more Andrew Tate videos. I'm sure that they'll come up again. I also want to find other fucking like alpha male dipshits to cover because fucking hell, they say some fun things. Am I ever going to do some Twitch gaming again? I have no fucking idea. It's one of those things that I get the urge to, and I try. The biggest problem with that is that I did the Twitch thing because I was taking weekends off and I was feeling unproductive, and it made me feel like an asshole. And I've completely gotten over that now. So I'd definitely much rather just have the time off. So it's probably going to be, yeah. I wouldn't hold my breath unless something dramatic changes and I decide to do that closer to full time. Imagine landing on the room only for an armor-clad Englishman with a shotgun to come running at you yelling, die. I wouldn't have a shotgun. I'd have a sword. They wouldn't have guns. They'd be fucked anyway. You said platforms. I mean, I do words real good. Visited is obviously a BS word for the past tense. It should be something like visoed. That sounds incredibly fucking pretentious. Reddit, I visit it to read all the gossip. I don't visit Reddit. I listen to robots read out Reddit posts that I might be interested in while I do other things. Because I am basically Hitler. At least in that terms. It does make me feel like an asshole not to go to that thing. But half the time it's so fucking hard to find some of these threads that at least having it somewhere, and again, so I don't have to fucking read it because my eyes get tired or something. I don't know. I'm just very lazy. I was warned against Twitter as I was told it was where everyone goes to argue. Did all these argumentative pricks or die or something? So far, I'm actually enjoying it. It's peaceful on Twitter. Twitter is as argumentative as you make it. If you go out of your way to say something really fucking divisive, then people are going to come and argue with you. If you go out of your ways to try and be funny, then you're probably just going to find amusement. Jack Russell, hi Sir Sick, first time catching a live stream. Love your content. Picture of a dog. I like everything about this account. It's got a picture of a Jack Russell as its profile and uses dog face. I'm a big fan of Jack Russells as a breed. If we ever get a dog, it's probably going to be a Jack Russell because I like him. Mrs. Sick does not look impressed. She doesn't want a dog. She wants a cat who's a complete arsehole and keeps beating her up and only loves me. That's her ideal pet, apparently. Now, a dog would be bad because a dog would do what it was told and be nice and friendly. If we had a dog, she'd fucking love it. We all know. No. You smell. You get over it. Cat.
You smell.
Yeah.
I bathe more.
Yeah. Everyone knows you bathe more than I do. Because you dirty. I knew we were kindred spirits when you mentioned Johnny Mnemonic and Scary Movie 3 in a live stream. Yeah, both. I like Johnny Mnemonic. It's probably not a good film. And Scary Movie 3 is actually genuinely pretty funny. I mean, it has fucking... I can't remember his name, Airplane Dude. But it has him in it. And he's fucking hilarious in it. He's hilarious in everything. Reddit has stonks and nudes, though. That's true. Anyway, I've just realised what time it is, and I actually have to go and do more work like an asshole. So I'm gonna wind it down here. But yeah, thanks for coming and wasting your time in this pointless fucking live stream. Don't know why you come, but you all seem to enjoy it. Mrs. Six should be less poorly next week, so she'll be back instead of just like vaguely staring and occasionally pointing at things that I miss. And yeah, dogs are more work. Dogs are more work, but they're also they do what they're told, and that's what I want out of a pet. Not something that just stares at me like I'm fucking stupid every time I pat on my lap. Anyway, it's nine now. It's 10 now, so I'm gonna fuck off. Thanks for coming, and we'll catch you all next time. Bye.